Alright boys, it's 7:22 p.m. I don't know if you can see that, but it's rolled. Had a little issue here where the paint cracked right there. And I kind of suspected that it might because this side of the car had been resprayed. Done well, yes, and I also found out that, I don't know if you can see those holes, that somebody must have had mud flaps there at one point. You know, those little Mustang or Ford Motorsport mud flaps. You can see it better on this side. You see the 3 holes. I'm going to do my best to show you this. Those of you guys that know what a Mustang fender looks like, you'll know that that is definitely rolled. What a pain in the ass. And I'll just share with you, I just managed to readjust the exhaust so it's not hitting. But again, it needs to go up on a lift because that pipe is, you'll see the tip sticking out just a tiny bit. On this side, we got no tip. It's just behind it about 1/8 of an inch. So, what was I going to say? Oh, this thing, I had to put this giant spacer, which is a, what is that again? It's basically the bearing that goes in the back of the engine when you have an automatic engine. And you convert it to a 5-speed, you take that out. Why I can't think of the name of it, but that's not important. I put that behind here because you don't have enough leverage, enough pressure going out, and you'll see that when you watch other videos. It's just a pain in the ass, man. You end up having to use a rag to turn this thing, otherwise your hand will end up so sore. Tons of adjustments, tedious, a lot of heat, little Jersey mics to keep me going. I'm going to mount the tires back on it, wheels and tires back on it, and set her down, maybe take a cold shower and take it out for a late night run and see how she feels. What a pain in the ass. This side came out better than the other side, but this side of the car hasn't been sprayed, so this is all factory paint. So the clear coat definitely, it really makes a difference. Now I truly understand. I think it's Tony the Fox. His video, he talked about this guy's car that he had done, a friend of his, that he had some chipping issues, but the car had aftermarket paint on it. What a difference between the OE paint versus that other side that had been sprayed. No issues on this side. Everything bent good. Granted, it took me a little bit longer this side, of course, a lot longer, because I was getting used to how to use the tool and had to find those little quirks and make those little adjustments to actually make the tool work properly, which I see even with the Eastwood tool in videos is an issue. Unless you have longer studs, because then you could use more spaces to push the tool outward, but I didn't have long enough studs to put enough spaces there. As a matter of fact, I was going to try to use those wheel spaces you see right there, but I couldn't. I just ended up using the single spaces that, these are actually aren't spaces, they're for chamfered lugs, but I use them as spaces to push the tool out a little bit, to give me a little bit more leverage or pressure pushing towards the fender. But yeah, she's done. I'm going to bolt her up, set her down, fire her up, and take her for a ride after I take a cold shower. I'm hot as hell, man. It is ridiculous down here. There's just no air moving, and this little shitty box fan that I got ain't doing shit. So, yeah. All I can say is, it's the same day. I mean, you know how it goes. Just takes time, especially when they send you the SVE Caster Camber kit and it is not with the bolts that are on the video, and you can find nowhere that they decided to change the way the kit installs as far as the spaces. So you do your best, and this is what I came up with. So yeah, this is where I'm at. I got this much done. Still need to just check everything, go over everything. The end links need to be tightened again because of the way the sway bar is.